In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how we can make our worksheets look a little bit more interesting and engaging by applying formatting to cells, columns, and rows, because we have so many options when it comes to formatting. And we're going to start by taking a look at how we can manually format our worksheets in this lesson. So if you take a look at the worksheet on the screen, you can see that I have a little table of data, but it looks a little bit strange at the moment. Notice that all of the columns are kind of collapsed on top of each other. And you can see that for some of these columns, we have these hash symbols, which means there isn't enough space in the column to accommodate whatever's in the cell. Now, quite often you'll see worksheets that look like this, where you need to widen out all of the columns. And a common mistake is that people try to do this manually. So what they'll do is let's take the first column for example, they'll move their mouse until they're between columns B and C. Notice the little black double-headed arrow, and they'll click and they'll drag the column out to widen it. Now, there isn't anything particularly wrong with that. You could go through and do all of your columns in the same way. It's just very tedious and slow. My data set here is pretty small, but imagine if you had a lot more columns than this. Going through and manually changing this is going to take up time. Fortunately, there is a much quicker way of doing this. What we can do is select all of the columns, and we do that by hovering our mouse over the first column until we see that little black downward facing arrow. Click and select all of the columns, and then we simply can hover our mouse over any of the column boundaries. I'm going to hover mine between E and F and double click, and that is a quick way of auto-fitting all of the columns. It's worth noting that little double click trick is also available on the home ribbon. If you go to home, go to format, notice you have auto fit column width just here. So if I was to undo, let's Control Z to put everything back, I could go up to format and choose auto fit column width, and it's going to do the same thing. So either of those two methods are brilliant for quickly auto fitting all of your cells. Now, looking at this data set, what else might I want to do to it to make it more readable? Well, I can see that the column headings just here, they don't really stand out from the rest of the data. So what could I do here? I could apply some bold formatting. Maybe I want to apply a background fill. Now, if I want to apply bold, again on the home ribbon, we have all of our font formatting options. I have the bold option just here, but as we know, there is a keyboard shortcut of Control B. That's quickly going to apply bold. Now notice as soon as I apply bold formatting, column F, price per unit, is now cut off, because when you apply bold, it effectively makes the font a little bit bigger. So you might have to go in and just double click again to adjust that column width. What else could I do? Well, let's select the heading row again. This time I'm going to use keyboard shortcuts, Control Shift right arrow. Maybe I want to apply a background fill. So I can click the little paint bucket icon and notice that I get a palette of theme colors and standard colors. Now, I'm not going to go too much into what the difference is between these two at the moment, but just be aware that when you're working in Excel, you have a default theme which controls the fonts that you use in your worksheets and also the colors. So I'm using just the default standard theme for Excel, and these are the standard colors. So I can go in and I can choose anything from the palette just here. We have what we call standard colors, or if I want to be very specific about the color that I'm using, I could go to more colors. I can choose a color from this little color palette just here, or alternatively, if we click across to the custom tab, we could click around in this to find the color that we want. Or alternatively, if we know what the hex code is, we can type it into here. A lot of the time, if you're working at a company, they'll have very specific branded colors. It might be the colors of the company logo, and your organization might like you to use those very specific colors in your spreadsheets. And a lot of the time, your marketing department will have a list of all of the hex values for those colors. So you would simply just copy and paste it in if you needed to be very specific. Now, I'm not going to use any of these colors. I'm just going to choose one from the standard palette. So let's go for this dark purple. So now that I've done that and applied that dark purple fill, it's a little bit harder to see those column headings. So I'm going to select them again, Control Shift right arrow, and this time I'm going to change the font color. So we can click the little font drop down and I can choose a color from the palette. I'm going to go for white to make those stand out. So just with a few clicks, we've very quickly been able to make this look a little bit more readable. What else might we want to do here? Well, maybe we want to apply some borders to our data. What else might we want to do here? Well, notice at the top here, I have 2023 order summary. So this is kind of a title, and I really want this to be running across the top of my data, but I want it to be in the middle. Now, notice on the home ribbon, you do have an alignment group just here, and this will allow you to align text within a cell, either vertically or horizontally. If I give you an example, I'm just going to make this row a little bit taller. Notice I'm just dragging it down. You can see order summary aligns to the bottom of this cell. But if I was to use my alignment tools, notice here currently I have bottom align selected, but I could do middle align, that's going to move it up, or I can align it to the top. Similarly, if this column was a little bit wider, I could align it to the left as it currently is, I can align it to the middle, or I can align it to the right. So if I wanted this dead in the center, I would align it to the center horizontally and also vertically. So don't forget about your alignment tools. I just want it aligned to the left and to the bottom. Let's double click to put that back how it was, because what I actually want is to align this across all of my data. So you might think that what you can do here is select all of these cells and then just click the center alignment. But that's not going to work. It's only going to align that text in the cell that it's in.
Hi, from everyone at Simon Says It. We hope you're enjoying this training lesson. Please like this video to show your support for the channel. If you want to take your learning further, earn a certificate for this course, and gain access to over 200 courses ad-free, click up there and go to simonsaysit.com. Thanks for watching, and back to the course.
Now, what we can do is we can effectively merge all of these cells together to make them one cell and then align the text to the center. Now, notice that in the alignment group, we have a merge and center button. And I will say that this is a little bit controversial because it can throw up some problems. But let me just show you what it does. If I click merge and center, you can see it makes all of those cells, it merges them together to make one cell, and it moves the text to the middle, which is pretty much what I want. Now, the reason why people don't like this so much is that if you have merged cells in your spreadsheet, it makes it a lot more difficult to make selections, and it can sometimes throw your formulas off. If I now want to select column D and I click and start to drag down, you can see that when it gets to that merged cell, it expands out. So when I carry on dragging down, I'm not just highlighting column D, I'm highlighting everything. So it makes selections a little bit more difficult. So let me show you an alternative method where you don't have those problems. I'm going to Control Z to put everything back to how it was, because instead of doing it that way using merge and center, if we click on the little diagonal arrow in the corner, it's going to open up that Format Cells dialog box, but it's going to take us to the Alignment tab. What we could do instead is where we have text alignment horizontal, we could choose Center Across Selection. Click on OK. It's going to give the same effect, but it means that if I just want to select column D, I can click and drag down, and we don't get the same issue that we get with merge and center. So in general, I always advise people to center across selection instead. So now that we have that, I can select all of this. Maybe I want to make this bold, and I'm going to change the background color to, let's make that a blue color, and change the font to white. We can also do things like increase the font size. So again, in the font group, if we click the drop down just here, we can make the font a lot bigger, or we can make it smaller. And if you want to just increase in increments, we have a increase font size and a decrease font size just here. So if I click this a couple of times, it's going to make that heading a bit bigger. Now I can see here that during all of that formatting process, column B is now very wide, so I'm going to double click on the column boundary just to resize that. Now what else can we do here? Well, maybe I want to put borders around my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of my data. And we're going to use a keyboard shortcut. We're going to press Control A, which means select all. So when we're clicked within a table of data, when we press Control A, it will select everything. If I was clicked in a random cell over here and I press Control A, it's going to select the entire worksheet. So just be aware of that difference. Now, when it comes to borders, you'll find your border options again in the font group. It's this little drop down just here. And you can see that we have lots of different borders that we can apply. So maybe I just want to apply borders to the bottom of the cell, the top, the left, the right. I could apply all borders, so on and so forth. Now, in general, when I'm applying borders, I like to go into More Borders at the bottom to pull up the Format Cells dialog box, and I like to set my options from here. So maybe I want a thin dark purple border around all of my cells. What I could do here is I could select my line styles. I'm going to go for this one. I can select the color of the lines. I'm going to go for this purple color. And then I can choose very specifically where I want those borders to appear in the cell. Now notice we have some presets just above to make this a bit quicker. So I basically want a border around everything. So I want an outline, and I also want an inside line as well. Now notice with these, you can click on them to remove them, and you can click to put them back again. So if I wanted borders just running down the columns and not across the rows, I could remove this middle one and just have it like that. So you can really get very granular about how your borders look in this borders area. Let's click on OK, and you can see what that does. And in general, people tend to use borders if they have their grid lines turned off. If we go up to the View tab, notice here in the Show group, we have grid lines selected. So that means we can see all of these cells in the background. Now, a lot of people, once they've finished their spreadsheet, will deselect grid lines to give it a cleaner look. But if we have borders applied, it still allows that data to kind of stand out and not just blend into the background. So I'll leave that up to you to decide if you want to do that. So pretty much all of the options that you have when it comes to formatting cells, rows and columns, you're going to find in the font group and in the alignment group. Remember, when you press Ctrl 1, it pulls up that Format Cells dialog box. Remember, this is where we were when we were applying number formatting, but we also have an alignment tab, a font tab, a border tab, and a fill tab in here. So pretty much a lot of the things that you can do working with these icons in the font group, you can do in the Format Cells dialog box as well. But you do have more advanced options in here also. For example, with this fill section, we could choose to fill the background with some fill effects. This is where we could fill the background of the cell with a gradient. We could choose what colors we want to use, so on and so forth. If we want it vertical, diagonal up, horizontal, we could click on OK and OK again, and you can see that it's just applied that to the one cell because that's all I had selected. Ctrl Z to undo. And the final option to point out here is the wrap text option. What this will do is it will wrap extra long pieces of text round in the cell. So maybe I have over here, let's just widen this out a little bit. I'm going to type in a reasonably long sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now this sentence, even though it's running across the columns, it is just contained in cell J5. But because it's longer than the column width, it's running over into other columns. Now what I could do here is double click to make that column as wide as what I have in it, but sometimes you might want to have the column width set to this and you just want the text to wrap around. So that is where we can use the wrap text option in the alignment group. If I click on wrap text, it's going to do exactly that. It's going to wrap the text around to fit the width of the cell. So just bear that in mind as well. I'm going to Ctrl Z just to undo all of that. So those are some of the options you have when it comes to formatting cells, rows, and columns.
Congratulations on reaching the end of this training video. Continue your training in Excel 365 for beginners with the next video in the series by clicking over here. For more related training videos, click over here to watch this popular playlist of free learning resources. To see more videos like this one, click below to subscribe.